learn how to make this electric glow effect on mobile phone. Open Light Motion, press the plus button, go to Shapes and choose the circle. You might want to change the length of the circle to match your clip. Then make sure to select the circle and go to blending mode. Change the opacity to around 75% so we can see the rim as we change the settings. Tap Move and Transform. With this guy selected, you can swipe here in the box to move the layer, to move the circle. With this button here, you can change the size of the circle, make it smaller or bigger. With this guy selected, you can kind of change the form of the circle to like an oval type of circle. With this guy selected, you can rotate your layer. The process here to match the rim as good as possible takes some time, it takes some tweaking, but you will get there. So take your time. There we go, this is already looking good. Some more tweaking. Now we want to make sure we have selected a keyframe by tapping here on every single tap in the beginning of the layer. Now let's go a little bit forward in the layer and we're going to repeat the whole process. We are going to match the circle, the layer that we have made, to match the rim. We can tweak all settings here so it matches. Then we are going to make sure that a keyframe is selected. Make sure for every button the keyframe is selected. If the keyframe is selected, you can see it right here with a white diamond. We move forward again in the circle layer and we repeat the process again. For this clip of around 2 seconds, I'm gonna make 4 keyframes, one in the beginning, one in the end, and 2 in between. Now we finish with the last one. Make sure you have keyframes everywhere, and then we are good to go. And then it will look something like this. Here we go. Then you select your video clip, you click copy and tap duplicate layer. Then tap and hold right here and right here, and then tap this guy to make a group and mask. If you select the group and the mask and you drag it, then it should look something like this. Well done. So now we are going to drop the necessary effects. So we tap Effects, Add Effect, go to the search bar and we type Find Edges. Tap Standard Settings. There we go. You see already the difference. We go back, add another effect, go to the search bar and you type Invert. That will actually invert all the colors. We go back to Effects, Add Effect. We are going to search for Replace Color and choose the standard settings. Then we go back for a moment, we choose Blending, then tap Lighten and choose the last one, Linear Dodge. We go back to Effects. Find edges, you can play around to your likings. Just choose wherever you like the most. With the invert we are not gonna change anything, but now you can see what it does. Then we are going to replace color and we are going to replace the white here to any color that we like. So now the white is transferred into blue, but if you tap it and you pick any other color, it is changed to that specific color. You can choose just the one you like the most or the one that fits your car edit. I'm gonna go with this one. Gonna change the threshold a little bit. Play around with the settings and see what you like the most. I like to put on the lock luminance. It gives like a more glowy vibe. And this will look something like this. I'm gonna put the rim back in its place because now we're gonna change the like going in and out. Therefore I'm gonna tap move and transform. I'm going to put a keyframe right here. I'm gonna put a keyframe right here, another one right here, and then another one just here. Now we go to the second keyframe. Make sure you're located on the keyframe exactly. Then the keyframe will appear like with a green edge, then you know you are correct. Then you move around the layer by swiping the box again, and you choose wherever you would like it. I'm going to change it a little bit more, the second one, so it gives me more that camera movement. But I see I made a small mistake. I was not correctly on the keyframe, so I have to delete this one. Okay, that looks much better. Always make sure the diamond is green. And it looks something like this. Okay, perfect. I'm going to go to transform, choose this graph. Then I'm gonna choose this one, and that will make sure the transition between the movements is smoothened out. I'm gonna do it everywhere, exactly like this. Then tap blending, go to the beginning, make a keyframe, go a little bit further, make another keyframe, do the same at the end, almost at the end, keyframe, and at the end keyframe. At the end keyframe and beginning keyframe we're gonna drag the opacity to 0. And then the color will come in and out as the effect begins, just like this. And if you want to smoothen out like the color, then you can choose to do the same with the graphs. There we go. And then we have something like this. Last but not least is the last effect. We go to effects, you type electric edges. Choose the standard setting. You see already the glow. You can choose your settings according to your liking. You can play around with them. The most important one is the color and the glow. You can choose distance, glow, and all the other settings. Feel free to play around with them. You can choose the distance right here, how far it goes from the rim, thickness, detail, and so on. Then you are finished. If you want to export it, tap this one right here and tap export. There you go. If you want to learn another viral car effect for mobile phone, make sure to watch this video, and see you in the next one.